Hey everybody, Joe Joseph here for thedailysheeple.com, and this is your news shot. So, here I am perusing the news, and of course Brian Williams in his piece, well, it's our job to scare everybody over North Korea. This is what we're doing. We got to put fear in the hearts of people. Well, whether or not it's justified, we can take a look at the whole situation, and I can deduce a couple of things. First of all, Kim Jong-un over in North Korea is batshit crazy, right? Donald Trump in the White House is batshit crazy. You have two batshit crazy lunatics that are in possession of nuclear weapons. That's not good. That's not to say that Barack Obama or George Bush was any different. However, they certainly did handle North Korea quite differently. Jeremiah Johnson over at ReadyNutrition.com wrote a great piece, 15 tips to get safely home following an EMP. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be a nuclear explosion for an EMP to occur. Why? It can happen as a result of a solar flare. Our sun right now is acting very, very strange in that there's a whole lot of nothing going on. A lot of people say that this is the grand minimum that will usher in a mini ice age. I say a lot of people don't know what the hell they're talking about. That it's nice to speculate as far as what's going to go on, but who the hell knows if it's going to be a mini ice age? Who the hell knows if we're going to have an EMP attack or a nuke? Again, the whole idea isn't to live in fear. However, it is smart and it is responsible to prepare. So, it being the summertime, a lot of people go on vacation. Jeremiah gives a scenario. He says, you're cruising down the highway in your 2013 four-door sedan, having just dropped the kids off 20 minutes ago at the swim club. Now, you're on the open highway with a heavy traffic flow about 5 miles from the edge of town and 7 miles from work. You're listening to the radio when suddenly it crackles and goes dead, along with your engine. You look around and pumping the brakes, managing to slow down, then drive off the road onto the shoulder, just feet away from the back bumper of another vehicle. The vehicle comes to a stop, and you try the ignition again. You look at your wash, a Casio G-Shock, to find there's no display. You reach for your cell phone. Nothing. It's dead. There are perhaps a dozen cars around you, half to your front, half to your rear. All of them stopped. Most of the drivers have gotten out. You hear the sound of an engine and look up to see a 58 Ford pickup truck weaving in and out of stalled traffic, moving towards your rear away from town. The book 1 second after has just played out in real life. The United States has just been attacked by an EMP, an electromagnetic pulse weapon. And you're 15 miles from home, and the shit has hit the fan. Now, on Friday, July 29th, 2017, North Korea successfully tested an ICBM, and experts from 4 different countries concluded that they have the capability of striking the United States anywhere. Now, that means that in order for them to do an EMP, all they got to do is get it over the United States. That's really it. After that, you're not really caring about a target package or anything like that. Who cares if that's what you want to do? And you could severely cripple a country simply by detonating a nuclear bomb at higher altitudes, Or in this case, you take a dead center of the continental U.S. at 300 kilometers above the ground, you're going to take out a sizable chunk of the country. And it's attainable. So what do? Well, the first thing you should always do is have something in your car that will allow you to be able to survive should you be stuck somewhere. Now, believe it or not, I actually have a survival kit that I keep in my car should that happen. Now, I'm not trying to survive an EMP attack or anything like that, but this is just something should I have to walk home or I've got a compass, it's got an emergency blanket, waterproof matches, simple things to be able to weather the storm should I need to. But you should already have a plan in place. And if you don't have one, you should formulate one. A great way to do that, let's just say you're not in the car, is gather the family around, put them in the living room, kill the main breaker to your house, and ask your family members what's changed. What's changed between the time we had electricity and now that we don't? How has our life changed at this point? Simulate the fact that electricity may not come back. What have we lost? Kill the water main coming into your house. What have we lost? And then formulate your plan based on that. Sometimes it's easier to do it if you're living it than actually trying to figure it out in your head. But certainly have a go or a bug out bag ready to go should you have to leave your house. If you're not going to shelter at home, then make sure that you have something ready to go in order for you to survive on the road. Things like a compass or a flashlight, water filtration, knife, first aid kits, ponchos, clothing, sleeping bags, things like that, extra cash. These are things that you only know what you need, As far as weapons, don't worry about legal information and stuff, what state does what. At that point, it doesn't matter. So make sure you have a weapon ready to go because you're going to need it. Also, traveling. Make sure that when you travel, that you don't use the roads. You want to watch a good movie that highlights that. Watch the movie The Road. That will highlight it. Here you have some sort of extinction level event has occurred. And humanity's on the ropes. And The Road is about a dad and his son trying to survive on the road. And it's just an unbelievable story. So check that out. If you live in the metro area, your biggest thing is to get out. Metro areas are always the toughest places to be when this kind of stuff goes down because it just ends up being a free-for-all where everybody tries to kill each other. And then those that are left over are just willing slaves in the end. So being in a metro area is very, very difficult. And if you are going to travel, make sure you travel at night. That's always the best rule of thumb. You want to make sure that you do so in such a fashion that minimizes your footprint. And finally, if you do decide to get home or say you're stuck and you're trying to get home and no one else is around, always don't ever go straight in the house. Always observe your surroundings. Make sure that you ensure that no one else has entered your home and are just kind of waiting to ambush you because that can happen too. Electronic equipment, you can preserve a lot of your electronic equipment right now by building a Faraday cage. You can stash, maybe GPS devices or ham radios, anything like that you can use in a survival situation in a Faraday cage, and it will survive an EMP. And you can look online. There's plenty of plans to do that. But you can check out this article. It gets into so much more over at readynutrition.com because these are things that you have to think about when you have stark raving mad lunatics leading nations, especially this nation here. And believe me, Hillary Clinton was not better, but the Trumpster, not doing so good so far. I'm Joe Joseph. This was the DailySheeple.com's News Shot. Feel free to comment below and visit our website at thedailysheeple.com. Have a great day.